Today, we're diving into a story that's gonna give you some serious chills. It's a supernatural tale where a wedding, a night that's supposed to be all about celebration, becomes the stage for some truly terrifying revenge. We're talking about a spirit who takes over a new bride's body just to settle a very, very old score.
So let's just ask the question right out of the gate. What happens when a joyous occasion turns into a night of brutal, karmic payback? Well, this story goes there, taking us into a world where the sins of the past don't just haunt you, they come back to destroy you.
All right, so our story kicks off with what should be a happy moment, the wedding of Samir and his brand new bride, Prerna. But right from the get-go, you can tell something is seriously wrong here. This is not your typical celebration.
Picture this, a village, all lit up with lamps, looking beautiful. But something's off. Instead of welcoming the new bride into her new home, the whole wedding procession just stops, right at the entrance to the village, for a very strange and very ominous ritual.
Yeah, this isn't about celebration, it's about desperation. This is a ritual for protection. The bride, Prerna, has to perform an arti, which is a kind of ritual prayer. But there are a couple of very specific, very important rules. First, the lamp in her prayer dish has to stay lit. And second, every single lamp in the entire village has to stay lit too. No exceptions.
And if they fail, well, the consequences are about as bad as they can get. The groom's mother, Asha, lays it out with this chilling warning. This whole thing is to protect Prerna from a spirit, a really nasty one that haunts the area. The stakes just could not be higher.
So with that warning just hanging in the air, you can feel the tension, right? Now, let's get to the moment it all goes horribly wrong and see how this poor, unsuspecting bride becomes a tool for pure vengeance. As Prerna starts the prayer, a figure, cloaked in black, is just lurking nearby. And this person deliberately snuffs out one of the village lamps. And in that exact same instant, almost like they're connected by some dark magic, the flame in Prerna's own prayer dish flickers and dies. The omen has come true.
The change isn't subtle. It's immediate, and it's terrifying. 1 second, she's Prerna, the nervous bride. The next, she's something else. Cold, unresponsive. She violently shoves her new husband away. Her eyes flash blood red. Her face goes pale. She is gone.
And this spirit, it doesn't waste any time. It grabs Samir by the throat, and through Prerna's mouth, a voice filled with ancient rage hisses, "I won't spare anyone. I've waited a long time for this day. Now, no one will survive." Yep, the hunt is on.
Okay, so the family somehow wrestles the spirit into submission for a moment and gets Prerna home. They think, okay, we can protect ourselves, we can put up sacred wards, but they are about to fall for a really, really clever trap.
So how does the spirit's accomplice trick them? It's pretty genius, actually. The family rushes to the temple for help, but the head priest isn't there. An apprentice gives them sacred sindor, a red powder used for protection, to draw holy symbols. But on the way back, that same figure in black intercepts them. And in a blink and you'll miss it moment, the real sacred sindor is swapped for a fake.
The family has no idea. They get home and draw a swastika on their door, a powerful symbol meant to keep evil out. But they're using the fake powder. So instead of protecting their home, they've just made their only defense totally useless. They've basically rolled out the welcome mat for whatever is inside Prerna.
So, the magical defenses are down. The doors are wide open. The spirit has total control. Now the real horror begins.
And it starts in the kitchen, of all places. The possessed Prerna is preparing her first meal, a sweet dish. Suddenly, an apparition appears. A bloody hand materializes over the pot and starts dripping blood right into the food. Then, this terrifying, twisted smile spreads across the apparition's face and transfers right onto Prerna's. The meal is ready.
At the dining table, she serves this tainted food. When her new husband, Samir, is horrified and asks her what's going on, she doesn't even answer. She just grabs him by the hair and smashes his head against the dining table over and over again.
And when the mother-in-law, Asha, runs in to stop her, the spirit shows its true, supernatural strength. It's over in a second. One quick, brutal motion, and Asha's neck is snapped. Just like that.
So you have to be asking, why, right? What could possibly drive a spirit to be this calculated, this brutal? Well, the story now flips from the horror to the heartbreak,
And we finally learn the true identity of this ghost. And trust me, it changes everything.
The spirit's name is Ganga, and she wasn't just some random ghost haunting a village. No, she had a deep connection to this family. Years ago, she was in love with Samir. She was the daughter of their maid. And they didn't just betray her, they murdered her.
And this is how it all went down. It is a story of absolute betrayal. When Ganga told Samir she was pregnant with his child, he wanted nothing to do with her. But when she threatened to expose them, the family, fearing the scandal, forced Samir to marry her in secret. But it was all a lie. When she was 8 months pregnant, Samir and his mother, Asha, pushed her down a flight of stairs. Then they bashed her head in until she and her unborn child were dead.
So you see, this haunting was never random. Not at all. It was a perfectly planned act of justice. And the person who planned it all is the key to this whole story of karmic revenge.
Remember that mysterious figure in the black cloak? The one who put out the lamp and swapped the sindoor? That was Ganga's mother, Rekha. Shortly after the murder, she overheard the family admitting what they did. And this whole thing, this entire supernatural event, was orchestrated by a grieving mother who used dark rituals to get justice for her daughter.
And the payback? Oh, it was chillingly precise. Every single person got a punishment that fit their crime, delivered by the very woman they killed. Samir, the betrayer, had his head smashed in. Asha, the mastermind, got her neck snapped. The entire family responsible was wiped off the map by Ganga's vengeful ghost.
And once her revenge is complete, Ganga's spirit finally finds peace. She's free. Her killers are taken with her, dragged down to whatever fate they deserved for getting away with murder in the living world.
And all of this leaves us with a really powerful and kind of unsettling question. When the justice system fails, when the guilty walk free, does karma eventually find a way to forge its own terrifying path to set things right?